Just love that sound. Crack it open a cold one. Baseball babes and baseball boys. Hot boy summer is upon us. Hunter Green, trashing the mound with some leftovers. Bryce baby, showing the world why he may actually be MV3. The only player hotter than Bryce in the past 40 days is Aaron Judge. And, well, he's a Yankee, so only New York and LA fans care. Some serious doozies on this day in baseball throughout history. The last time the Marlins were in town, we witnessed quite possibly the most potentially awesome spectacle of a crowd being in sync. However, they did not ruin the World Tour. Sorry, JT. You deserve it. You chauffeur money. Don't get a DUI. Pitcher, wipe your hand. Wipe your hand. Or the other the other player who got hurt, hopefully he can still make his wife happy after an 80-game suspension. I would debate that Blue Jays infielder or Levis Martinez shouldn't be considered performance enhancing, but in that manner, it might have had to have been performance enhancing. But yep, I won't debate it because there's another debate occurring as we speak. Dumb versus dumber. Stay tuned to this Bat channel this week and many more, and hear and see what silly shit we have to offer. Be sure to like, follow, message, slide in our DMs, comment, and watch us here at Drunks in the Pond. We love you guys, and as always, stay drunk. Jay, what do you hear? What do you say?
What's going on, bud?
What's up, baby?
Another Thursday, late night recording, burning the candle at both ends. This is how the story goes, man. We're back. We're doing the thing. Couple things to start off, I guess. Quick happy birthday to one Jim Edmonds.
Ooh, the catch.
Cardinals legend, turns 54 today. Born 1970 for those who can't do math. Shout out to Bobby Witt Jr., who hit a foul ball directly to his father. In a stadium that holds 40,000 people, he managed to hit this ball directly to his dad. If that's not pure damn skill, I don't know what is. So shout out to him. Shout out to the dad. It was a great catch. And the whole family loved it. The only thing that could have made it better is if, Bobby Witt could have hit it to probably one of the 500,000 kids that are down there to get a ball. But no, he gives it to his father. That's cool. We love that.
It's not luck. It's a plant. It's conspiracy. It's just like, how birds aren't real. They're robots. It's literally the same exact thing. So I don't want to hear it. It's one of the coolest things I've ever actually seen. But
that was a nice play.
It's not real. It was a plant. The camera just panned over at the perfect time, and a guy 13 feet above him just dropped a ball.
You know what? I'm going to have to watch it back on slow-mo, because if that is what actually happened, you have no idea how pissed off I'm going to be. That's going to ruin my entire night. I just want you to know that.
Come on, man. There's a presidential debate on, so we have to believe in some conspiracy theories.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean...
It's only right.
The number one that most people won't believe, Phillies just lost to the Marlins. Ugh. Anyway. Cool. Well, that's cool. They got one of their 47 wins they're going to have on the year.
Of course, got to be against Philadelphia, man.
Yeah, we can't sweep them always. But yeah, we just got to admit, there are some conspiracy theories that might be true. Avril Lavigne, 100% body double. It's not the same person. Look into it.
I'd rather not, because, there's a couple. Oppenheimer just set the bomb off. That son of a bitch was fucking bright.
Yeah, well, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
Yeah, there's a couple of Avril Lavigne songs I like.
Yeah.
Of course. Come on, Complicated, it's a banger. I'm With You probably went 6 times platinum over.
So yesterday?
Skater Boy was a hit.
So yesterday? Or was that Kelly Clarkson? I don't know, some white girl in the early 2000s.
That's like a bar trivia question where you and the girls go out and it's like, oh my God, I know this one. And you're like, thank God someone does because it ain't me.
Why'd you say you and the girls? Why is it that I go out with the girls?
Because I like staying indoors and I hate the idea of ever going out to a bar again.
All right, I'll see you at the bar this weekend, buddy.
God damn it.
All right, so being that it's a Thursday and it's probably our favorite day of the week because we get to do this, let's talk about what's happened on this day in the past.
Oh.
So,
On this day!
thank you, Jay, for bringing that in not so subtly.
I try.
I love you, buddy. So, June 27th, 1993, the Calgary Cannons of the Class A AAA Pacific Coast League explode for 35 hits and a 23-12 pasting of the Vegas Stars. Cannons outfield, Lee Tinsley goes 7 for 8 in the contest. Calgary tied a PCL record with 9 consecutive hits in the second inning.
Oh, I'm batting around. Very nice.
Pretty damn impressive. In 93. That was a year. So, let's fast forward 10 years. June 27th, 2003. In the 50-minute bottom of the first inning at Fenway Park against the Marlins, the Red Sox established a major league record by scoring 10 runs before making an out. The leadoff hitter, Johnny Damon, the caveman, and another DUI extraordinaire. I'm Johnny Damon. He had a single, double, and a triple in the first inning. He tied a major league mark with 3 hits in an inning as the home team equals an American League record for the most runs scored in the first inning, 14. Very impressive. Very impressive. That's a cool on this day. I like that one.
Can we just talk about how deflating it must be to be playing the field for 50 minutes? The inning finally ends. You look at the scoreboard and you're down 10-0.
You're down
Like
14
you just
nothing.
got 14.
They scored 10 runs without making it out.
Oh my God. So you look up and you see 14-0. It's the first inning. You just gotta be at the point where you're just like, oh my God, man.
Your glove's still in your
Like,
hand, walking into the dugout, and you're like, what the fuck?
like, dude, if we go 3 up, 3 down, I'm taking myself out of this game. Like, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah. Ah, my knee. What happened?
Yes.
You've been sitting down for the past 20 minutes.
Dude, that catcher had to be struggling, man. They had to make a switch at some point.
The DH is like, I pulled something. Walking to the steps, yep,
It's like you didn't do a damn thing.
everything hurts.
Don't bullshit me.
So, also another great on this day, June 27th, 2016. Cubs third baseman, Chris Bryant. You know, the former major leaguer. No, wait, he's on the Rockies.
Yeah.
But he doesn't play like a major leaguer anymore. He had 5 extra base hits in one contest. But he's the first to do so with 3 home runs and 2 doubles. At the time, the 24-year-old Chicago infielder's Great American Ballpark offensive output joins the ranks of Ranger outfielder Josh Hamilton in Camden Yards when he had the 4-homer game, and Braves first baseman Joe Adcock at Abbott Field in 1954. They both had 4 homers and a double.
Joe Adcock. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Why would you?
His name comes up a lot in Ken Burns baseball.
Oh, sure. That makes sense. But let's face it. I don't know if it's extremely plausible to see another 5-hit game.
Yeah.
No problem. 5 extra base hits.
Very rare.
There's been 3 of them.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like how many baseball games have been played? You're telling me that we've only had 3 games where there's been 5 extra base hits.
by one player.
Yeah, by yeah, you're 100% by one player. Like you have to play. I mean, Josh Hamilton's more impressive because Josh Hamilton was not really the fastest guy on the field, but mind you, 4 of the 5 were home runs, so
Yeah,
he had light tower power. There was no doubt.
oh, without a
I
doubt.
mean, and then being able to leg out a double, it's like okay, Chris Bryant hitting 3 home runs, same thing, but 2 doubles adding on. It's I don't know, man. Like I want to see like a guy with like 5 doubles in a game. I want to see someone legging these out.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to tell you someone who I think could do it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you two.
I think we're thinking of one person, the same person.
Sure, we got Alec Bohm.
Who Bohm was not mine.
Okay, so we got Bohm, and then the double machine that he is, Castellanos.
Wasn't thinking Castillo either.
Okay,
I'm thinking of non-Philly.
Freddie Freeman.
No,
He had 60
nah.
doubles
I
last
feel
year.
Yeah, but could Freddie do 5 in a single game? Like I don't think that's going to happen at this point.
Freddie's one of the best pure hitters in the game.
I mean, I'm not saying it can happen, but I just don't think Freddie's going to be the guy. Frankly, I think the guy you're looking for is right here on this Boston hat. I'm talking Jaron Duran.
Dude, Durant's having
Dude,
a great, great month.
he's having a season. That he needs to be in the All-Star game next month.
I
And
agree.
if if he doesn't make it, it's just pure highway robbery. Because what Jaron Duran's doing right now is just absurd because like we're talking about a guy who came up in 2021 and just immediately, man, just fans weren't that big on him, just couldn't get the team on his side. It's a shame. But in his age 27 year, this year, he's already got 23 doubles and he's got 10 triples. We're not even at the All-Star break.
Which is crazy for 10 triples.
That's insane. He plays at Fenway, which is one of the smaller ballparks.
But
Now, he's not hitting all 10 there.
no, of course not. But also, don't forget, Fenway has one of the more complicated outfield wall structure.
Oh God, that big green monster.
That, and then that center field off angle, and then you have that weird, tiny little indent 30
Like the
degree
Cove,
angle,
yeah.
that 30-degree triangle out there. Like, dude, you could pinball a ball in there and it'll just ricochet out. I mean, shit.
My favorite thing.
Fenway's a great park that triples in.
Oh yeah, dude, watching games like we saw a game at Fenway, that was really fun.
That was a great
But
game.
like watching games on TV of Fenway, I mean, obviously the best part is when someone puts one off Pesky's pole, which is in right field. Like
Fantastic.
anytime someone hits one, that whole fan section just gets a show. It's awesome.
Erupts.
Like obviously someone putting one over the monster is always awesome. Hitting Pesky's pole, going deep to center is insane. Like people do it more often now, but either
Sure.
way, it's still great to see. Like some ballparks, you can hit a home run. It's like, yeah, that was cool, like no big deal. But like Fenway, you feel like every home run is just like something cool.
Oh, absolutely. That place is. We said it when we were there. Like, sure, it's fantastic to go and visit that stadium because of the history, because of what it is. But
Yeah,
also, you have to respect the fact that almost every home run there could be a memory.
yeah,
You don't look at you don't look at a simple home run there. Every home run means something to someone because they're doing it at the oldest ballpark in baseball, and on top of that, one of the more recognized stadiums the sport will ever offer, but also most sports will ever offer. It's Fenway is hands down my second favorite ballpark because I gotta love my home ballpark. But dude, you kind of got to admit there's so much more fun to have at Fenway than there is at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah,
The
I'd agree.
experience, the history that you're sitting in, dude. We went everywhere in that stadium that we were allowed to, and it's. I think the best way to put it is it's gorgeously white trash.
It's like if Pabst Blue Ribbon was a stadium, pretty much.
Sure, I, yeah, I fuck with that. That's a good ass response. I like that. You know what you're getting every single time.
But yeah,
Doesn't need to be anything more than it is. It's just it's there, and it's always there. And I wish I could say it's good because Pabst is not good, but Fenway is good.
like, and it's funny because like we can sit here and talk it up and be like, it's one of the best stadiums in all the sports. There's no doubt about it. But like, it's one of those things that you just have to go and experience because if you don't take the time to go and experience Fenway for yourself, you'll never really get where we're coming from.
No, I agree. It's big.
It's fucking huge. Which is kind of crazy. Like, so we sit here and talk about like Fenway being old, and I mean it is old. It's 112 years old.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the fact that Wrigley Field just turned 100 this year, built in 1914?
Wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
so we sit here and praise Fenway, but Wrigley was built 100 years ago. I mean, Wrigley's got some age to it as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, second oldest ballpark in the sport.
I'm sorry, Wrigley's 110 years old, not 100. I fucking missed a couple years.
It's all right. It's all right. I wasn't gonna fault you. I was just taking your word. You could have said it was 216 years old. And I was like, that's wrong, but I love it, Jay.
Like, and my favorite fun fact about Wrigley Field, since we're on fun facts right now, Wrigley Field was only really built because of the Federal League, which tried to challenge the American League, National League that we have today. Like, the Federal League was like, you know what, we're going to build a baseball league and we're going to take all your best players, pay them more. So Wrigley Field was built for the Federal League. And then, of course, the Federal League disbanded, didn't work out. So what baseball do? They took Wrigley, put the Cubs there, and yeah, that's what
That's,
we have today.
I could just see it now. The commissioner of the Federal League being fully like Bender from Futurama. We're gonna build a better one with blackjack and hookers.
I'm gonna go build my own theme park with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the park.
And they're like, okay, dude, you're ours. It's cool. It's like, no, but mine's gonna have blackjack and hookers. And it's like, dude, it's not. It's not. You're just empty promising. And he's like, yeah, but blackjack and hookers, please.
Like, one of my favorite things about the Federal League, though, back to it real quick, is that they were testing the waters of like free agency where like players could go to a team if they wanted to. Like they weren't handcuffed to a franchise. Like they could do their own thing, which is what we have today. So the Federal League kind of set the grounds for the baseball that we have in 2024. So I mean, as bad as they failed, they did kind of give baseball a couple ideas and they gave them a couple stadiums to
I
use.
mean,
So I mean,
I think exactly what you're saying is correct, but you can't just say they gave baseball ideas to use. They gave modern sports.
That's fair.
Because come on, dude. At that point in time, most sports, it was modern slavery. You signed a contract and you were stuck with that team. At that point in time,
Yeah.
like, it was bad. It was bad. Like, that's why you literally saw Ruth get traded for the funding for a theater project.
Which is nuts when you go back and think about it.
Dude, it's one of the stupidest things ever. But also, we wouldn't have baseball the way that it is if it wasn't for that.
Fucking Harry Frazee, man. The worst trade in all of sports history.
I want to make sure that my girlfriend stars in this theater production that I'm putting on myself. So, Herman, you gotta go. Why'd you call me my middle name? I don't care.
Like, I mean, shout out to Harry Frazee because he did end up getting a musical out of it in No No Nanette. But at the same time, bro, you traded Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees
You're our tribal, but at the same time, it wasn't our tribal yet.
for funding of a theater play. Like, dude, you don't trade Babe fucking Ruth. You don't do it.
It's just,
But
you know what?
obviously,
Honestly, I think you just brought up like a weird, like deep rooted reasoning of why I want to punch theater kids.
you know what? A lot of aggression towards theater kids is now starting to make sense. Now, it's not
Yeah.
entirely their fault that Babe Ruth got traded, but they certainly didn't help.
No. That was easy. That was low hanging fruit. I had to.
That's fine. Yeah, sometimes you got to pick the low fruit. Sometimes that fruit's still good.
Yeah, dude. Like, I get theater kids from this summer stage that show up at work all the time. They're some of the most annoying people I've ever met in my life. They are good kids. I know it. They are polite, courteous, but not everything needs to be theatrical. Not everything. You're ordering a sandwich. Just order the sandwich, sit down, and wait.
Is it kind of like something out of High School Musical where they're all sitting at the table talking about like who's getting the main role of the play and then they break out into a song and dance?
I would shut that shit down immediately.
Nah, dude, you just gotta let it happen. Just
No.
let it happen. Just let them have their moment.
See, I would shut that shit down. Your brother would record it, but he would record me shutting that shit down.
You gotta record it because no one's ever gonna believe you.
I don't care. I don't want to deal with it, dude. I hate
I
show tunes unless they're written by Matt and Trey from South Park, or surprisingly enough, Seth MacFarlane. Show tunes are just not my bag, baby. No.
I remember one of the first times I saw High School Musical, I was like, this kind of sucks. But I can see how, people would really jump on the bandwagon for this.
Never seen it.
And then in the second movie, because I've seen that one too, trust me, they had a song and dance on a baseball field, and I was like, motherfucker, this movie sucks. How dare you turn this wonderful sport into a damn song and dance?
Look what you did!
This is my boy! My boy!
My boy!
Look at my boy!
Yeah, dude, it's just comical. It's there for the memes, but geez, man, these fuck you, no, net. But also, it's cool because we wouldn't have had the lore, the man, the myth, the legend. We wouldn't have had the SWAT, the Colossus of Clout, the come on, Jay, give me his other 13 nicknames.
Sultan of SWAT, the Colossus of Clout,
Great Bambino.
Oh my God. The Raja of Rap. Dude, he had a lot. Hold on.
The Raja of Rap?
Yeah,
Yo,
dude.
my name is Babe.
Okay, scumbag. The Behemoth of Boss, the Big Bam, the Caliph of Clout, Jack Dunn's Baby, the Big Bam. He had a ton of them. Hold on here.
Jack Dunn's baby.
Why the hell? Yeah, I'm not sure. The Wizard of Whack, the King of Crash.
And Crash. That's always a good one.
Yeah, see, the Raja of Rap. As the other Royal Baseball title, Babe Ruth was occasionally called the Raja of Rap, representing hits or knocks. So, yeah, all right. The Wally of Wallop, the
I
Mammoth
forgot
of
about that one.
Mall.
That one's fun. That one's fun. The Wally Wallop, that's a fun one.
That is a good one. Dude, baseball back then just gave everyone cool ass nicknames.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
because
that's the problem with baseball nowadays, that we don't have like nicknames for a lot of players. Like,
shit, who the fuck has nicknames? I mean, you got Bryce Harper's nickname is underrated or overrated. Castellanos' nickname in Philly is dog shit, which is a shame because
so,
I'm a huge Castellanos. I stand him for anything baseball related. He is absolutely one of the more talented hitters this team's ever acquired.
yeah,
A lot of people just can't stand streaky hitters.
yeah.
But
And
that's
unfortunately, that's what baseball is. Baseball is full of streaky hitters.
you
Like,
have 12 maybe across the league who aren't streaky, they're just consistent.
yeah,
I mean, you got Luis Arias, who honestly can't get past first base. So what the fuck's it matter? I like you can be a singles machine, but you're literally one of the worst fantasy options out there.
and he he's great if you need hits, but if you
That's
need
it.
actual points and runs, you're better off just going with anyone else on the
That's
board.
it. Dude, he is legit. He's the opposite of a pitching machine. Like, say you just set your hitting machine to singles.
Yeah,
That's what he is. But once he's on the
like
base, he is an absolute logjam. Like, I'm pretty sure I can run a 40
he's
pass with him.
perfect. He's perfect for breaking up like no hitters in perfect games because you're just like, all right, bud, like it's the sixth inning, we still don't have a hit. Just I don't know, put a knock up the
Yeah,
middle.
how do you not have a
It's a
single yet?
single, and yeah, like come on, bro, get it together.
Yeah, but dude, like, you have Arias who is consistently getting on first base, and that's it. And then you got Otani who shits country gravy and biscuits because, I mean, let's be fair, that would be perfect.
Speaking of Otani, we almost saw the dude die. I don't think
Oh
that's going to get talked
man,
about enough. Shout out to the Bat Boy for the Dodgers, who pretty much just saved the $700 million face because this ball was coming in hot.
dude, let's face it, we will be the first person to admit a good-looking guy. Otani is a handsome motherfucker,
He's a solid looking fellow.
but goddamn, he would have been disfigured because that was going
Dude,
right towards his face.
that would have shattered his orbital bone,
Oh, dude,
his nose. He would have been bruised to shit.
did you hear what he said to the bat boy after the game? Or bat guy?
I would hope he gave him a piece of that $700 million contract.
Well, don't forget he only gets $2 million a year. Taxes in California are brutal, but
He still made his money with the Angels.
he did, and betting. Well, actually, no, because he was pretty bad at betting. He literally said to the bat guy, because the guy was also like in definitely his 30s. He looked older, and he goes, "I'm not a betting man, but I bet you just saved my life."
Yeah, he's definitely guilty.
That didn't happen.
You-
That didn't happen.
He's guilty.
But dude, that was
Dude,
an awesome moment to witness. But holy shit, That ball was ripped into that dugout.
Like my favorite part is that it wasn't even like the Bat Boy gave himself up for this catch. He literally just a quick pull to the side and caught this. This
Oh,
ball was coming in at least 100 miles an hour,
and he
and he just
barehanded it.
bare hand catches this thing right in front of Shohei's face, and it was one of those things where I was impressed. He played it really cool. Like he just kind of held the ball for a second, handed it off. I was like, dude, if that was me, I'm running up and down that whole dugout giving out high fives. Like, did you see that shit? Did you see that?
Yeah, except knowing you're riding that high for a month. Like, you're every single day, you're like, guys, and running down, and they're like, all right, dude, you saved his life. All right, cool. And it's like, yeah,
I'm running straight to Shohei every time. I'm like, bro, that face, I saved it. He's like, yeah, thanks. I'm like, bro, you could be really ugly right now, but luckily, these hands, these gifts from God, just saved your ass. I
damn,
put it in his face every day.
the best part was he didn't even move from his seat. He just sat there because he was so in
Didn't move.
shock. So in shock, number one, but also he was certainly in pain. He was definitely crying on the inside.
You know his hands were fucking hurting.
Oh, dude.
Like I said, I give him a lot of credit because he caught that thing barehanded and he held a straight face. And I was like, come on, just shake the hand off a little bit. I know it's stinging right now.
The Dodgers won that game, I think. So, I mean, they always win. So
That's true.
it's hilarious to think like a post game interview and they gotta dump the coolers on the player who won player of the game. And they're like, where the fuck's the coolers? And all you see is him just his hands inside the Gatorade coolers. Yeah, dude, there's steam coming off his hands. He's like 2 hours later, and he's like, and Show is like, I bought you 2 Teslas. I don't need 2. Well, you have 2 now. And his interpreter, his new interpreter, who needs not be named, he literally goes, he likes you.
Shohei's a big fan of the work you've done. I'm like, thank you, Mr. Otani.
Just nod your head and smile and walk away. No, that's bowing. Don't do that. That's really insensitive.
Or do you do like the what's up? Or
yeah, you give him a just a quick not a
now you gotta go to ding.
Holy. And he's like, what are you doing, dude? I embarrassed myself again.
It's like I just
Otani watched me cry. Now I embarrass him by being racist. Damn it. Dude, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
It could be worse. Yeah, shout out to the Bat Boy. Hell of a catch. Great job. Keep it up.
Let's call him Bat Guy. Come on.
Batman.
Nope. There's only 4 of them. There's only 4 of them.
Bad dude, I guess. Yo, can we just talk for a second about how Tampa Bay is pretty much towards the bottom of the standings?
Crazy.
And not only that, but they're having open discussions after trading Cavan Biggio to the Dodgers.
Cavan.
Late last
Just say
Cavan. Okay, Cavan.
You don't need to make him look cool.
Cavan.
Cavan.
Either way, trade him to the Dodgers late last month or early this month. And now
the Blue
they're
Jays.
talking about
Blue Jays, not Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, did I say Tampa?
Yeah.
God damn it. My apologies.
He's sleep deprived.
But back to it. It's crazy how Toronto is having open discussions about like possibly trading Bo Bichette and Vlad Jr. this is a team that's only a couple years removed from being playoff contenders.
They were a playoff contender last
Eh,
year.
yeah, Bo is in his year 26 season. He's still young. Vladdy's only 25.
Yeah,
Why are we having these talks right now about possibly even trading these boys?
because money.
We want more money. Yeah, more money.
More money from where?
Just more money.
I find it so hard to believe that you have these two pretty much stars on your team, and you don't have the worst rotation, but you don't have the best either.
No, you have
And you're just
underperforming rotation.
that's a great way to put it. You have a very underperforming rotation, and you're sitting here at your desk going, do we just blow it up and trade them? And other people at the table are just kind of like, well, we do suck. It's like, dude, what are we giving up on right now?
I mean,
You're going to trade Vlad Guerrero Jr. in his year 25, 26 season because you suck for a year?
I get it.
Come on, man.
I get it from the business perspective because imagine what you can get in return. You have to be blown away. You have to be blown away by any package you might return. But do I think it happens? I typically don't want to say I'm 50-50 on a deal, but this one's like 70-30 that it doesn't go through. Because what do you get in return? Honestly.
And I think that that's the biggest problem with possibly trading Bo Bichette because as we had talked about a little earlier, I think this was off the pod or it might have been on it. Bo Bichette's having a down year. If you try and trade him this year, you're not going to get anything worth value. He's batting 234. He's got 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. His OPS is .622, and his on base percentage is .285. So he sucks this year. So obviously, if you try and trade Bo Bichette, you're not getting much of anything. Anyone that's trading for Bo is hoping that he's going to return to the form of the past 2 seasons.
Where he led the AL in hits.
Yeah, Vladdy's having a solid year. Not a terrific year, but he's having a solid year.
Not his runner-up MVP year to Ohtani. But we're talking, he's having a top 10, I should say top 5. No, yeah, about top 10, maybe top 7 first baseman in the AL type of season.
Yeah, top seven's fair.
Yeah, it's nothing about it is poor. It's just it's not remotely what we know he's capable of.
Yeah.
He's not a late starter. He's not a quick one and done, let me fuck this month up type of player. He's not a streaky hitter. No. He's a consistent hitter across the season. He's a professional hitter. Vladdy is 100% a professional hitter. So is Bo. Bo is more of a professional hitter than Vladdy. The only thing both of them have in common that will never be disputed for trading them is both their contracts expire in 26. And their free agent is 26. Right now, you can get the ultimate return packages for both of them because you're getting basically a year and a half of star caliber. I'm not saying star players, star caliber players. I mean, Bo Bichette's going to make most shortstops ride the bench if he goes to their team because, let's face it, he's potential for another 200 hit season, without a doubt. Not this year. I mean, he's nowhere near pace. Vladdy can still hit another 40-plus home run season, no problem.
Yeah.
He has the potential to do a 16-homer month. When that dude's hot, he's hot.
So I do want to switch back over to Bo real quick because on Baseball Savant, I'm looking up his batting. He's in the 81st percentile of K percentage. So he's not striking out that much. His whiff rate or his whiff percentage is in the 75th, which is also great. The problem is his chase percentage. His
That's
chase percentage,
close.
36.3%,
That's
which
not
is
good.
insane. You should not be chasing that much. But he's also not striking out. So he's making contact, and his hard hit percentage is 44.6. So he's making contact, but he's just hitting them to where they are. So he's getting out. If Bo is able to find gaps, there's no doubt he can easily turn that average up a good 40, 50 points and be a 280, 290 hitter.
I mean,
Like
look at it
it's
this way.
entirely possible.
Bo Bichette, been in the league 6 years. I would say 5 full seasons. Out of his 5 full seasons, top 16 in MVP voting every year. He's not washed. He's not chalked.
Oh,
I truly do think he needs to change scenery because, let's face it, time's up, eh? I don't see much happening for Toronto anytime soon, and it's due to the division they're in, not the players they have. Their division is the most brutal in baseball. I mean, the Rays fluke potential type year that they're having right now, awful. That
oh, it's
is
bad.
super underperforming. But you got the Red Sox who are overperforming by a tremendous amount. Like they shouldn't be anywhere near as good as they are. But then you have the 2 true juggernauts of the division and 2 true juggernauts of the AL and 2 of the 5 juggernauts in baseball, the Orioles and the Yankees. Tell me where Toronto fits in right now.
That's the problem. They don't.
Boston's put it together. They're putting it together in a very obscure way. Because let's face it, they don't have anyone who's a star. They have Devers, but Devers is the most quiet star in baseball besides Jose Ramirez. 2 third basemen in the AL that are and should be at least top 10 MVPs every single year. But you're looking at people who don't know their name. I mean, Jose Ramirez is one of the top players in the sport. By far. I would easily put him top 10.
Yeah.
Easily. Every single year. The dude, he is the most underrated player in the sport. Without a doubt.
Like I think the one thing that's got to be talked about because you brought up Boston and listen, we both like Boston. I don't think Boston is going to keep up with the Orioles or the Yankees, and I think
No,
that's
no,
very
no, no.
fair to say.
No.
I mean, they've they've obviously in the past 10 games have gotten hot with the 8-2 record. They beat the Phillies, they beat the Yankees. They beat the Yankees so bad that the Yankees have automatically just started sliding, which is insane to say.
Sure.
Uh,
Didn't they make
but
Carlos?
nah,
Are they the ones that made Carlos Rodon cry?
no.
So, yeah, I mean, as of right now, I think you have 3 teams in that division who are very good. One of them is sneaky very good, but can it last? Their pitching has outperformed what it should.
Some of their pitching.
Some of their pitching, yes. They've had a few roadblocks in the way. But also, I mean, you got a couple all-stars on that team.
Yeah.
Speaking of an all-star, hey, Bryce. How you doing,
The
buddy?
Bryce is nice.
The number 1 vote getter your starting first baseman for the National League, Bryce Harper. Can we just talk about for the last 30 games? He's batting 348. On base percentage at 425. Slugging at 661. Stupid. 8 homers, 21 RBIs, 15 walks, 21 runs, and 112 at bats. The dude's just. He's proving that this should be his third MVP. Listen.
Absolutely.
It's hard to argue with how good Ohtani is this year. Ohtani's not touching grass at all. He's literally only running in dirt. He's not touching grass. Unless he crosses the diamond because he's out at third. He's not playing the field. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has a DH ever won MVP? I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
I think Edgar Martinez came close one year, but I don't think he won it.
But I mean, if you want to say Edgar Martinez came close, what you're wearing, David Ortiz.
Love Big Papi.
Everyone loves Big Papi. You know Big Papi. He should have won at least 2 or 3. I mean, shit. Not only because of the season, not only because of the seasons he had, but also you take away what he did during the regular season. He might be one of the best postseason hitters of all time.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, let's just go out on a limb if Harper keeps this up. Because, in honesty, act like you can't. Go ahead. Act like you can't. You can't even do it. Yeah, see? It's just, this is your MVP for the year, without a doubt. Batting 307, 20 homers, 58 RBIs, a 994.994 OPS. You know what that is? That is Hawk Tua numbers. I know. We had to hear it one more time.
I'm so tired of hearing that goddamn Hawk to a girl. I am so tired of it.
Dude.
Good God.
It's what the people want.
Listen, shout out to her for being a trooper, but for God's sake.
Yeah. Literally, being that her dad's a pastor and all. But yeah, let's just.
Hey, listen. They're both on their knees, all right?
Yeah.
For different reasons. One's praising Jesus, and the one's screaming for Jesus. So.
Oh Lord. Speaking of being on your knees, you know there's a lot of players not doing that anymore.
Where are you going with this?
There's not a lot of players doing that anymore.
God, I still don't know where you're going with this.
Apparently there's this new trend where a lot of players, instead of sliding into second base, they're running through it.
All right. Good news is we still have a chance to get monetized here, so I'll take that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you brought this up to me, and I didn't believe. I'll be honest with you, I didn't believe it because I thought you were just screwing with me,
like I usually do. But yeah, but that was also. I was like, okay, come on, but like some of the questions are just dumb. Where it's like, wait, why are people doing this now? And why is it faster than sliding into second that you get to second while running? Just say the laws of motion. I mean, when you decide to slow down and create friction with sliding into a base, you drastically decrease your speed. If you continuously run through the bag, guess what you got? More speed and momentum. How are you now?
Yeah, if you sent me the video and I watched it, watching people run through second, I'm like, this is weird. But I kind of like it. I think it's something really cool for the game, honestly.
Like, listen. watching it looks so dumb. But also, hopefully, we see a lot of less injuries from sliding into first base, jamming fingers, or doing anything damaging, anything along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the best things to see. I mean, it's less injuries. I mean,
Like
it's what you want.
my favorite part about it is watching people run through second because you're so used to double plays where the guy slides into second to try and break it up. We're watching like freight trains going to second to where the second baseman or the shortstop is watching this dude 2 feet from the bag still on his feet. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, this,
And they're starting to miss throws because they're like, I'm not trying to get ran over.
or I'm not trying to
Like,
pound him in the face with a baseball.
like I'm trying to, I'm trying to make a play. And the dude's running second. Like, bro, you're either going to put this in my face or you're going to just tag the bag and hold it.
I mean, let's face it, a slide is typically not to get to the bag faster, but it's to break up a double play.
Yeah,
Does this take away breaking up double play, or does it more along the lines of just completely throw everyone off? Which I guess is breaking up double play, but also it's just like, I didn't expect Rowdy Tellez to come barreling at me.
could you imagine Danny Burgers rolling into second base and you're Jose Altuve trying to turn two and you're like, oh, dude. Jose Altuve is like 5'8" maybe. Daniel Vogelbach hasn't been 5'8" since elementary school.
Last time he
And
was
you just
5'8". The Phillies won the World Series in 1980.
okay, so it's been a while since he was 5'8".
He wasn't born yet.
Oh my God, his poor mother was pregnant with a 5'8" baby.
She was 17 feet tall, so it was normal.
Was she from the South Park with the Loch Ness monster?
That goddamn love match is about 30 feet tall.
Well, it was about that time that I noticed this Girl Scout was about 8 stories tall and was a crustacean from the Paleozoic era.
From the Paleontologic era.
Let's just say that it might be cool to continuously see this, but also,
Yeah.
don't you like seeing some sliding going to second? It's nice. Breaks up a double play
I do.
traditionally. I like it. I mean, you're not going to see someone doing that on a stolen base. They're not just like, bang!
No. Dude, the minute someone actually like full on steals, and I'm not talking like a catcher passed ball like taking second. I'm talking like a play at second, stolen base, and the runner standing up the whole way. Oh man, I want to watch it. Like it kind of gives flashback to Albert Bell running the second, and he just completely runs over the second base, runs him over. Like the dude was going for a double play, and wrong place, wrong time.
Oh my god!
Stands in front of the train, and the train just runs him over.
Every time,
Oh man,
every single time I see that play in any compilation video or any montage, anything that I ever see, I just think of, was it Longest Yard? When one of the guards tackles somebody, goes, it's just me. No, it's Waterboy. He goes, it's just me, dickhead.
yeah.
Like, that's all I hear, and I'm like, that's so good. But yeah, dude,
like
it'd be fun. Let's just say, let's make baseball a little over contact sport.
yeah, dude, I'm all for it.
Hey, if Albert
Why
Bell can
not?
do it,
Let's really.
did he face any issues? I don't think he got suspended for that. Maybe he did. We were too young.
Something definitely had to have happened because that play was.
I don't think
That play was just so. That play was too much from the
I
start.
don't think you can assault someone in the basement and not get
Yeah,
suspended. It's not like
he knocked him on his ass.
it's,
Like,
it's not like back in the day where you could railroad a catcher. Like, that's different. You can't just body the second baseman and be like, the fuck out of my way, kid.
my favorite part is that Albert Bell completely runs this dude over, and then just runs off runs off the field because he's like, he didn't even run. He did like a slow jog. He's like, I guess I'm out. And everyone's like, you just murdered the guy. What was that?
Fair.
Albert's like, he tagged me out.
I know it.
It's like, can we get a stretcher out here? The second baseman's currently 10 feet into the ground right now.
I know it happened before the show aired, but Albert Bell in his head heard dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun, and he was like, "Shit, I gotta go." He just like walked off the field in the slowest nonchalant way. It was like, "Yeah, I know." Like it was
Like they're like,
a spectacle. I want to see,
which is crazy because you would think someone who would do such a thing like that had like just was in the game, had serious problems, and wasn't a good player. Albert Bell's career batting average is 295. Like the dude was almost a 300 career hitter.
Does he also not have 450 plus home runs?
He has 381 home runs,
Okay.
1,240 RBIs. So Albert Bell had some solid numbers. He just had a moment where he completely obliterated
Obliterated.
the poor, obliterated the poor second baseman.
Did you ever see the Broken Lizard movie Slammin' Salmon?
I smacked him in the head and almost decapitated him.
It's decapitated, champ.
Whatever, motherfucker!
I think that's exactly what it was. He goes, I decapitated him. But yeah, dude. Baseball needs a little bit more contact. But let's just break it down. This is going to be a quick episode because we're both spent. We love you guys, but you can watch it more than once. Let's just
We definitely had some memorable quotes in this one.
absolutely. So just tweet them out, share them. I'm sorry, X them out. No. What would you say now? You don't say X them out.
I would say definitely hit us up on the Instagram,
Yeah.
which you can find at Drunks on the Pond.
Yeah, that's the way we like our DMs.
Yeah, we're always active on there. You can reach out, any questions, shoot them our way. We love talking to you guys. We love hearing, what you guys enjoy about baseball. It's awesome. We love it.
Yeah. So I guess now it's time for the ninth inning. Let's close it out. Final thoughts, buddy. I mean, I got mine right off the bat. And this is the fun fact of the day.
Hell yeah.
1929.
Ooh. Oh, I like it.
A lot happened that year. But only one thing that was important to this conversation and my fun fact of the day. The very first 1-3-5 triple play occurred 2 days ago since 1929. But the main reason that's important is because it's the first triple play a pitcher has been involved in since 1929.
That is awesome.
I said this to my brother earlier. He goes, dude, when we were on our travel league team, a ball got hit right at you when you were pitching. You caught it right next to your face. Not like Smalls with his plastic glove and just, brah! Not like that. I caught a ball literally like this, next to my face, right off the bat while I was pitching. All the runners were moving. I turned, and I was like, what the fuck? And I went, toss it to first. And then he tossed it to home. Because, listen, I can turn a triple play. I can't say that I didn't load the bases, though. Because I did, with no outs. Got out of it, though. I don't want to hear it. He fired it right to the catcher. Boom. It was one of the coolest moments, I think, of my life. Besides my son being born and me meeting the love of my life. Turning a triple play. Come on. Try and beat that. Just try.
That's fair. That's definitely a good memory to have.
It was awesome.
And that is a fun fact because I did not know that.
My dad was coaching, and he goes, "What did you just do?" And I was like, "Try to play, Dad. It's cool." And just sat down, and I was like, "Holy shit!" My adrenaline, everything was shaking, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Then you just take a big clump of like Big League Chew, throw it in the lip, and you're just like, it's like, yeah, that happened.
Shut up, Dad. I don't want to hear it.
That's awesome.
See what I just did? I love you. But let's hear your final thoughts. Let's close it out. Let you be our future Philly, Ryan Helsley, right now.
Usually it's a topic of baseball, but this is one that I feel like is more towards the fans of the podcast. I want to give a shout out to 1.4 thousand people who went onto YouTube, found the Drunks on the Pond page, and watched the Say Hey Kid, because that is the most views so far we've had on a video. And seeing that when I checked the page was probably one of the best feelings I've had, because, we do this podcast because we love talking baseball. And, there are days where we wonder, are people really going to care about what we have to say? And seeing that 1.4 thousand people and over 60 thumbs up was easily one of the coolest moments I think I've ever had. So, just a quick round of applause to the fans of the podcast. We really do appreciate you guys. It means a ton. We would be here just talking baseball, but recording and sharing this info with you, it's one of the better things I think we do. And once again, just
Tell you right now, we'll be doing this if we have 3 people listening, and those 3 people are our moms.
Hi, mommy. Love you.
just know that Drunks on the Pond does not plan on going anywhere. We don't plan on making any changes with anything. We're going to be here every Saturday bringing new content. We're going to try to make it more fun. We have a lot of things planned for the future, hopefully a ticket giveaway, and possibly not going to put out too many details, but we do have stuff planned for you guys. So remember to stay tuned. Check us out on the socials. We're on Instagram, YouTube. We upload all our stuff. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're going to be putting it out on more places, and hopefully you guys continue to tune in, share support, comment, tell us what you guys think. What could we do?
I'm going to say right now, if our next 2 episodes, this one and the next one, if we can get 200 likes on each episode, I will film my side in a dunk tank.
Wow.
And I'll do trivia, I'll do whatever.
And a dunk tank.
And I will rent the dunk tank.
Holy shit.
And I will
Hey.
go balls out. I mean, obviously not, because it's YouTube. I can't do that. You can follow my OnlyFans. But I will 100%. I would love to do this for everyone, and also just for hilarity.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What could be better besides just legit fucking around and having a great time? So I'm going to dare everyone that listens. We had 1.4 thousand people listen last week. Let's get 400 likes in the next 2 weeks and see what happens.
Yeah, if we get 400 likes in the next 2 weeks, things are going to start getting a little crazy around here.
Organized chaos. Let's fucking do it.
You never know. If this thing starts trending, if people are like, yeah, we want to see some dunk tank action. Well, man, you could find yourself in a dunk tank sooner than later.
So, I mean, I said it. I don't care. I will reap those repercussions. Let's do it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us and having a great time just listening to us, but also probably making fun of us. We don't care. We do that to ourselves.
It don't matter.
No, we do that to ourselves. I text him every day and I say, "You look stupid," but he doesn't. He's one of the most handsome people I know. Look at that smile. It's just stupid. See? There you go. But also,
Asshole.
come on. Next week, we'll see you then. And always, stay drunk until then, people.
I'm Jay. That's Rich. Drunks on the Pond signing off. We will see you guys next Saturday with a brand new episode. Z, do me a favor, baby. Hit that music. We're out of here. Peace.